Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel A Big Part. Today, we are starting a fascinating journey into a life-changing book called The Defining Decade, Why Your Twenties Matter, and How to Make the Most of Them Now by Meg Jay. If you are in your 20s or even just curious about making the most out of this critical phase of life, this book is a must-read. But before we dive into the chapters, let me share why this book is so important and what makes it a powerful guide for anyone seeking clarity, purpose, and success during their 20s. Hello and welcome back to my channel A Big Part. We've been exploring some truly eye-opening concepts from the book The Defining Decade by Meg Jay. In the last chapter, we learned how to create a customized life by making intentional decisions and building a path that aligns with our unique values. Today, we dive into Chapter 5, The Other Side of the Mountain. This chapter is all about long-term thinking and why it's essential to start climbing the right mountain in your 20s. Let's get started. Chapter 5, The Other Side of the Mountain. In this chapter, Meg Jay discusses an important idea. While it's easy to focus on what's right in front of us, it's crucial to think about the bigger picture. What's on the other side of the mountain? Your 20s might feel like a time for experimenting or figuring things out, but every choice you make now impacts what your life will look like in your 30s, 40s, and beyond. The mountain metaphor. Meg Jay compares life to climbing a mountain. In your 20s, you are at the base, making choices about which path to take. Each step you take brings you closer to the summit, but you must also think about where the mountain leads, what's on the other side. The danger of short-term thinking. Many young adults make decisions based on what feels good or easy in the moment, without considering the long-term impact. For example, staying in a comfortable but dead-end job, avoiding responsibilities, or putting off important decisions can lead to regret later in life. Why long-term thinking matters. Meg Jay emphasizes that while you can pivot later in life, it becomes harder to start over as you get older. The choices you make in your 20s shape your career, finances, and personal life for decades to come. A story of regret, the lawyer. Meg Jay shares the story of a client who became a lawyer because it seemed like a safe choice. Years later, she realized she hated her job and wished she had followed her passion for creative writing instead. Her story is a reminder that choosing the safe or easy option without thinking about the bigger picture can lead to dissatisfaction later in life. Key takeaway. The main lesson of this chapter is this: don't climb the wrong mountain. Take time to reflect on where your current choices are leading you. Ask yourself, will I be happy with this decision in 10 or 20 years? Your 20s are a time to think strategically about your future, not just survive day to day. Practical tips from Chapter 5. Visualize your future. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. What kind of life do you want to live? Let this vision guide your decisions. Make strategic career moves. Instead of taking the easiest job or staying in your comfort zone, look for opportunities that align with your long-term goals. Be willing to take risks. Sometimes, the path to the life you want requires stepping out of your comfort zone or making difficult decisions. Talk to people on the other side. Seek advice from older professionals or mentors who are further along in their careers. They can help you understand what the long-term impact of your choices might look like. That's it for Chapter 5 of The Defining Decade. Remember, the choices you make in your 20s will define the rest of your life. Make sure you are climbing the right mountain and not just taking the easy path in front of you. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the concept of identity capital, what it is, why it matters, and how you can start building it today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel A Big Part. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome back to my channel Abhik Parth. We are continuing our exciting journey through The Defining Decade by Meg Jay. In the previous chapter, we discussed how to avoid climbing the wrong mountain by thinking strategically about the long-term impact of our decisions. Today, we are diving into Chapter 6, Identity Capital. This is one of the most important concepts in the book, and it's all about building the skills, experiences, and qualities that shape who you are and make you valuable in the world. Let's get started. Chapter 6, Identity Capital. In this chapter, Meg Jay introduces the term identity capital. It's a powerful concept that explains how the things you do in your 20s define your identity and set you apart from others in your personal and professional life. What is identity capital? The definition. Identity capital is the collection of personal assets, things like skills, experiences, relationships, and achievements that make you unique and valuable. It's the combination of what you know, who you know, and the choices you've made to invest in yourself. Examples of identity capital: a degree from a good university or a specialized certification. Valuable work experience, like an internship or a meaningful job. Unique skills, such as learning a foreign language or developing expertise in a niche field. Personal traits, like being dependable, resilient, or creative. Why does identity capital matter? It opens doors. The stronger your identity capital, the more opportunities you'll have in both your career and personal life. Employers and potential partners look for individuals who have invested in themselves and stand out from the crowd. It builds confidence. When you accumulate identity capital, you start to feel more confident in your abilities and your value. It gives you a sense of direction and purpose, which is crucial in your 20s. It helps you navigate challenges. Life is full of uncertainties, but your identity capital acts as a foundation that you can rely on when things get tough. Key lessons from Chapter 6. Every choice adds to or takes away from your identity capital. Meg Jay emphasizes that every decision you make in your 20s, whether it's accepting a job, taking up a hobby, or pursuing further education, contributes to your identity capital. Don't settle for good enough. Many young adults settle for jobs or relationships that don't help them grow. Meg Jay urges readers to make choices that build their identity capital rather than waste their potential. Be intentional about building your capital. Don't just let life happen to you. Take deliberate actions to develop your skills, experiences, and relationships. Practical tips to build identity capital. Take on challenging roles. Seek jobs, projects, or roles that push you out of your comfort zone and help you develop new skills. Pursue lifelong learning. Whether it's through formal education or self-study, make learning a priority. Read books, take online courses, or learn a new language. Network strategically. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Build relationships with mentors and peers who can help you grow. Invest in personal growth. This includes working on your physical and mental health, improving your communication skills, and developing a positive mindset. Say yes to opportunities. Even if you are unsure, say yes to opportunities that align with your long-term goals. These experiences often turn into valuable identity capital. Real-life story: The Entrepreneur. Meg Jay shares the story of a client who used his 20s to build identity capital by taking on challenging projects and starting small ventures. Initially, these experiences didn't pay much, but they gave him the confidence and skills he needed to eventually launch his own successful business. This story is a powerful reminder that investing in yourself always pays off in the long run. The main message of this chapter is this: your 20s are the perfect time to invest in yourself and build your identity capital. Every skill you learn, experience you gain, and relationship you build will add value to your life and open doors for your future. Remember, identity capital is not just about your resume, it's about who you are and what makes you unique. That's it for Chapter 6 of the Defining Decade. Ask yourself, what are you doing today to build your identity capital? What steps can you take to invest in yourself and create a life you are proud of? In the next chapter, we'll explore the concept of weak ties and how they can open unexpected doors in your career and personal life. Stay tuned for that. If you are enjoying this series, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel A Big Part. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.